So the owner, her background is in film originally, and unfortunately the pandemic took away a theater that she was running, and she's working at Barnes & Noble as like a pandemic job, and she saw the demand for manga, and she had a small knowledge of it. Like her and her dad had always been kind of like interested in Japanese culture and whatnot, so then she went about opening a manga shop in Cincinnati, which was something we needed. Actually, my friend pointed out that there was, like, we found it on Instagram. He just saw that a manga shop was opening, and he's like, this is in my neighborhood, we have to support it, we have to shop there as much as possible to keep it going, because, like, that's how small businesses run, is you really have to go and shop there. So I did, and, like, the first thing I did was, like, buy a bunch of Junji Ito stuff, and I just kept coming back for all the new Junji Ito releases. The shop was originally over on Cedar, but after like, I think 6 months, it was able to move on to Hamilton, which was really great for us. So it's nice to be on the main drag of things. We're next to some great bars. But I fell in love with the store, and I have a background in retail, and they also needed some like event help for conventions, which I have also done before, so that was very helpful for me at least getting in the door. I think the convention personality kind of thing is what sold it. I was a youngin', like maybe 8 years old. I went to my local library, which was like a block away from my house, so it was really nice being able to just walk there all the time. And I was in love with Spider-Man. So I was always looking for Spider-Man comics. And at my library, the graphic novels are all together, so like the comics and the manga are together, and I found a series called Oh My Goddess, and it just had so much cool stuff in it. Like, it had cute girls and motorcycles and like crazy hijinks and like true love and all that fun stuff that little kids love, and adults love it too. But I don't know, I was hooked immediately. It was probably the art style, because I immediately recognized it as like, because I had seen anime before. Like, I was a big Digimon fan, and like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, all those, the beginner ones. So yeah, I was just excited to kind of see anime on paper. Well, first of all, it's culture, which is nice. But I think more importantly, it's reading. And in this day and age, a lot of people are kind of moving away from traditional reading. And manga especially is a medium where I feel like reading it physically is so rewarding. Like, there are moments where you turn the page and the splash across it is just wild, and like, you don't get that feeling if you're reading it on your phone or on a tablet. But also, like, I love seeing how excited kids can get over this, and so many like teachers and librarians will come here and buy books out of their own pocket because they understand that it is reading and it is beneficial to us. I think there's manga out there for everyone. Like, the important thing to remember, I always tell people, is it's a medium, not a genre. So anything you already like, you can find in manga. So we're something that everybody could love. You just might need to take some time to figure out what it's going to be. It's just fun and cute and happy, and like, even just the way you can say it, manga manga, it's fun. It just evokes a joy in me. It really is. like, I tell people this is my happy place, and I couldn't be more truthful. Like, I've never had a bad day here. Cincinnati is a good city for introverts because it kind of has a big city feel if you want it to, but you can also get that small town feel some places. And there's also just a lot of like really cool history about it that attracts like nerdy types. I feel like there's a lot of geeks in Cincinnati, which is good. And also just like Ohio in general has like, at least I'm not up to date with this research, but they used to have like one of the best library systems in the country. So it was kind of like, yeah, Ohio's like nerd central, it feels, which I love. And just, I love Cincinnati. I've been here all my life, so it's so awesome to have this here in my home now. Oh, so it's hard. I'd have to know who I'm recommending it to, because that's one of my favorite things to do, is trying to figure out just the right thing for somebody. So I usually ask them what they already like, or if they know something they already like. If I'm recommending something to somebody who already reads manga, my all-time favorite is Death Note, which I love L like more than life itself. But Death Note's incredible. And then right now, I recommend After God to everybody. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. Mark my words, because it's so good. The art's amazing. The characters are so much fun, and like, I want to know everything about them. And then 3, another new one I've been reading, Magical Girl Dandelion. That's a fun one. Magical Girl is like my favorite genre, like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura. And Magical Girl Dandelion has just been delightful. There are only 2 volumes out of it right now, but I am so excited to see where it's gonna go. The accessibility, because we used to, when we were getting manga here, like we used to get the Shonen Jump magazines. The Shonen Jump magazines in the US were like selections from all the weekly magazines in Japan. So it wasn't even everything. And you had to wait a month to get that. And you had to wait longer for translations. And now the turnaround is like 2 days between the Japanese release of a chapter and the English release of a chapter. So it's wild that we're able to like, we've caught up that fast, like we've closed this crazy gap. But also it's kind of sad to see like a lot of translators are going like an AI route, which is scary to see, because I think translation always needs that human element. Me? Well, one of the biggest things is like when I buy a book, it's like an instant dopamine hit. Like it's that treat that keeps me going, and I can take it home and enjoy it and just have like a moment of peace. I love how reading kind of forces you to pause. It's something that like the story doesn't progress unless you are turning that page. Like you have to be involved in the story. Reading feels much more active than just like watching something, which is what I love about it. The most unique thing about it is that it's completely focused on the books. Like a lot of stores where you can get manga, they'll also have spaces dedicated to like merch or like movies or figures or something. I think it's great that we are focused on the media of the manga itself. And then it's also been curated over the years, and like the selection is, I think, really great. I love getting to tell people like how it's organized. Like it's organized by like the demographic. Like here's the shonen and the shoujo and the seinen and the josei. And it's also fun like using that to kind of like teach people about manga. amazing. It's great. I've never had a bad time. Like I said, it's book people are good people in general. Like, we've been a part of this like citywide book crawl, and these are people who are not used to manga, but they'll come to our store and they're willing to try something new, and they're so open to it, and I love that. And I love that people are always looking for recommendations, and customers will start conversations with each other, and I love that there's just a space for those connections. I believe that not everything needs to be animated, for one. So people are always like, oh man, I can't wait to see it animated. And I'm like, I feel like that just makes more room for mistakes. So like, normally I don't mess with too much shonen, but there is a shonen. I don't think they've announced an animation, but it's gonna happen if it hasn't already been announced, but Goku Rakugai. Which that's one that I really like the art, and the characters are a lot of fun in that one too. And yeah, probably right now Goku Rakugai. Cardcaptor Sakura, something that like I have to tell myself, like in Cardcaptor Sakura, her ultimate spell is her knowing that everything is going to be all right. And like, I have to tell myself that all the time, like, it's all going to be okay. Like, that's my ultimate spell. We are Manga Manga in the center of College Hill on Hamilton Avenue. You can find us on Instagram at, I think, manga_Cincinnati. And yeah, we would love to see you. We've got some events this summer if you want to come out and see us.